honorable members of the Board of the Open University of Mauritius, Honorable Dr. Sukun, Director General of the Open University, Ms. Subhasini Gopi, Registrar of the Open University, honorable board members, academics, representatives from the public and private sectors and press, family, significant others, and friends, and the most important guests for the day, our soon-to-be graduates of the Open University of Mauritius. Good morning, bonjour, namaste, assalamu alaikum. And mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to celebrate those who graduate today as graduates of this great institution. Allow me to congratulate all graduates, whether you graduate with a doctoral degree, a master's, or honors, a bachelor's degree, diploma, or certificate. Today is a defiant declaration to all those who say to you that it cannot be done, that you will never make it, and that you are trying to do the impossible. To those who said that it could not be done, I wish they were here to see you cross the stage today. What makes you being here today even more remarkable is the fact that you graduate today despite a number of odds. Many of you are also first-generation students, meaning you are the first one in your family to go to university, and yet here you are. Over the last 4 to 7 years of your study, many of you were employed and had to balance work, personal and family lives with the demands of studying. You are graduating today despite the impact of COVID-19 that had an impact not only on your health and the health of your loved ones, but also impacted on work relationships as well as the economic livelihoods of many. Many of you may have lost a loved one, or a close family member or friend or colleague during these years of study. Let us not forget them. You are here today because somehow you managed to navigate the perils of the impact of COVID-19 on your studies, your personal and family lives, and your communities. In many respects, you are survivors, and I respect you for that. Many of you are graduating today would not be here if it was not for the support, the love, and the care of individuals and communities around you, whether families, friends, religious communities, and/or employers. Let us not forget them. And while you enjoy the limelight today, as you should, we should never forget those that made it possible. You are not only survivors, you are in debt to those who made it possible. And may you never forget that. The magic of making it through the last 4 to 6 years or longer is even greater when we consider the fact that in the context of Mauritius in 2021, only 72% of students cleared the National Certificate of Education. And of the 28% of students who failed the National Certificate of Education, 23% of these students were already in the 4th year of the extended program. So except for the 28% of your peers who started school with you and never made it here today, not everyone who enrolled with you when you enrolled are here. Some of your peers dropped out, some lost interest, and many are still busy with their qualifications. Research on student success in open distance learning shows that in the context of global open distance learning, it is not strange for students who started a 3-year bachelor degree 5 years ago that only 12% will graduate after 5 years. And for those who studied a 4-year bachelor degree who started 7 years ago, only 23% of them would be here. So you are one of 12% in the case of a 3-year degree, and one of 23% if you graduate with a 4-year degree, who completed their qualifications in 5 or 7 years respectively. As a side note, It is crucial to note that student success in open and distance learning institutions cannot be compared and should not be compared to graduation rates at full-time residential institutions. Not only are Open University's admission requirements different, but Open University student profiles are very different from the student profiles of full-time institutions. So why were you successful? What did you do that those who dropped out did not do? What resources did you have access to that they did not have access to? Were you the one who attended all the tutorial sessions, started early and made contact with your lecturers when you needed assistance? Or were you the one who studied the right sections for the exam? Were you the lucky one? Why are you here today? Was it luck? Is it karma? Is it sweat and tears, or often no sweat and tears? For the last close to 30 years, I've been part of an open distance learning university doing research on student success. And I hate to disappoint you that we're still looking for the answer to the question why some students are successful, often against all odds, while other students never complete their courses or qualification, despite the fact that they had everything going for them. Student success and student failure have been central to research in higher education. And one of the researchers whose research dramatically altered our understanding of student failure and success, a professor with the name of Vincent Tinto, said, "Leaving is not the mirror image of staying. Knowing why students leave does not tell us, at least not directly, why some students persist." Of course, part of the answer is hard work and focus. Also contributing to student success is having a support network at work, if you are employed or at home. Of course, it helps if you are competent in English, could buy the prescribed textbooks and had regular access to the internet. Student success is, however, much more than that. We often forget the role of well-written study materials, supportive lecturers and/or tutors, and well-functioning administrative and ICT systems. It is here that institutions sometimes fail our students. While it's easy and convenient for lecturers and management to place the blame for students' failure at the door of students, for those that are not here today, it is simply insincere to ignore how our systems let students down often, too often. How our students would phone and not get anyone to help. How often our prescribed textbooks are just not affordable for many students. And how often students pass not because of, but despite of us. Having said that, and without justifying the many ways in which institutions sometimes fail our students, we should recognize that meetings like today shows that ensuring high quality and supportive learning for thousands of students is a huge challenge. And in many ways, institutions like the Open University of Mauritius and many others are still figuring out how to deliver high quality and supported learning that is also flexible and affordable. I wish I could echo the beliefs that you are here today as graduates solely because you worked hard. Of course you did. But your success was much more than hard work. You are here today of many possibly interlinked and often mutually constitutive factors. And yes, in many respects, you were often at the right place at the right time. And yes, some elements of your success can most probably be ascribed to luck or karma or providence or whatever you believe in. But the most important thing is you are here. You made it. You made it despite and amid facing many, many odds. You are graduating today in the defiance of many who said it can't be done. You did it. You have the right to be proud. You have the duty to be grateful. You have the calling to never forget today. Thank you. Thank you.